Some stories are too dark to believe. Stories where innocence shatters into something unrecognizable, where youth become the face of evil. We walk you through From Innocence to Infamy, the story of the most evil kid in this episode. Young lives turn to chaos, violence, and horror. And now you are watching Misconduct. What drives these children to commit such unimaginable acts of violence? Join us as we unravel these dark tales and examine the true potential for evil within youth. Subscribe for more spine-tingling true crime stories. Let's start. Number 01, Ricky Kasso. On June 19, 1984, Ricky Kasso lured his friend Gary Lauwers into the woods, fueled by drugs and a twisted belief in the occult. He stabbed Lauwers multiple times before leaving his body in the forest. The murder was part of a bizarre, drug-induced satanic ritual, and Ricky believed he had offered Lauwers as a sacrifice to the devil. He bragged about the murder to his friends, but it didn't take long for police to arrest him. Kasso never faced trial, as he committed suicide while in custody. His crime shocked the nation and raised questions about youth violence, the influence of drugs, and satanic panic. But Ricky's case is far from the only story of chilling youth violence. Number 02, Kosta Kekmanovic. Fast forward to May 3rd, 2023, in Belgrade, Serbia. A 13-year-old boy, Kosta Kekmanovic, carried out a meticulously planned school shooting that left 8 students and a security guard dead. Kekmanovic entered the school that morning with a chilling sense of calm. His first victim was the school's security guard, followed by 2 female students. And then he continued his attack, reloading and shooting 7 more students in his classroom. After the rampage, Kekmanovic called the police and surrendered. Given his young age, he could not be prosecuted under Serbian law and was instead placed in a psychiatric facility. The tragedy sent shockwaves throughout the country, especially when it was revealed that Kekmanovic had trained at a shooting range with his father's firearms. Both of his parents were arrested, his father for negligence and his mother for child neglect. Despite growing up in a stable home with educated parents, Kekmanovic planned his attack for a month, demonstrating the terrifying potential for violence, even in the most unlikely circumstances. Number 03, Mitchell Johnson and Andrew Golden. On March 24, 1998, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, 2 boys, Mitchell Johnson, 13 years old, and Andrew Golden, 11 years old, pulled a fire alarm at their middle school, tricking students and teachers into evacuating. As their classmates poured out into the yard, the boys, armed with 9 firearms, opened fire. 5 lives were lost, including that of teacher Shannon Wright, who sacrificed herself to protect a student. The attack was coldly calculated. Both boys had planned the massacre, collecting firearms and ammunition in preparation. Because of their young ages, Johnson and Golden couldn't be tried as adults and were sentenced to juvenile detention until they turned 21. After their release, Mitchell Johnson continued a life of crime, facing multiple arrests. Andrew Golden lived a quiet life under a new identity until his death in a car crash in 2019. Number 04, Michael Hernandez. In 2004, 14-year-old Michael Hernandez committed a horrific murder at his middle school in Florida. Obsessed with serial killers, he lured his friend Jaime Goff into a bathroom where he brutally stabbed him 42 times, ultimately slitting his throat. This premeditated act was part of a chilling plan, as Hernandez intended for Goff to be his first victim, with aspirations to kill others, including his own sister. Following the murder, a disturbing kill list was discovered in his possession, revealing the extent of his intentions. Hernandez was tried as an adult and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His case sparked significant media attention and discussions about juvenile crime. Tragically, Hernandez died in 2021 due to heart complications while serving his sentence, leaving behind a legacy marked by violence and a fascination with murder. Number 05, Jasmine Richardson. One of the most shocking juvenile murder cases took place in Canada in 2006, involving 12-year-old Jasmine Richardson and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Steinke. After her parents forbade their relationship, the couple conspired to murder her family. They executed the brutal plan by killing Jasmine's parents and stabbing her 8-year-old brother, leading to a horrific crime scene. Despite her young age, Jasmine was sentenced to 10 years in prison, the maximum penalty for a minor in Canada, while Steinke received a life sentence for his role in the murders. The case garnered significant media attention and raised questions about juvenile justice and accountability. Jasmine was released after serving her time and has since reintegrated into society under a new identity, allowing her to start anew away from the shadows of her past actions. Number 06, Mason Sisk. In 2019, a tragic family massacre unfolded in Alabama when 14-year-old Mason Sisk shot and killed his parents and 3 siblings. His motive stemmed from ongoing frustration with his family dynamics. During his trial, Sisk displayed little emotion as harrowing details of the murders were revealed, leaving many in the courtroom in shock. Ultimately, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, avoiding the death penalty due to his age. Family members expressed profound grief as they recounted the day they discovered the horrifying crime, reflecting on the memories and gifts they would never have the chance to share with their loved ones. The case highlighted the complexities of juvenile crime and raised questions about mental health and familial relationships, forever altering the lives of those left behind. From the unsettling case of Ricky Kasso to the tragic rampage of Kosta Kekmanovic, these stories remind us that sometimes the darkest acts come from the youngest of hands. Though society struggles to understand how such evil can reside in children, the devastation left in their wake is undeniable. What makes a child capable of such horror? Is it nature, nurture, or something far more sinister? Subscribe for more true crime stories and let us know in the comments what other cases you'd like to see featured.